I'll talk to you.
Oh. You're going live now.
Papi. Papi, ¿dónde está papi? Yeah, I know.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, shipmates, family, and friends. On behalf of the commanding officer, Marine Aircraft Group 49, Colonel Russell C. Rivka, we would like to welcome you to the retirement ceremony in which Master Sergeant Danny Jaimes will be retired after 22 years of honorable and faithful service. Please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Let us pray. Almighty Father, whose command is over all and whose love never fails, make me aware of thy presence and obedient to thy will. Keep me true to my best self, guarding me against dishonesty and purpose and deed, and helping me to live so that I can face my fellow Marines, my loved ones, and thee without shame or fear. Protect my family. Give me the will to do the work of a Marine and to accept my share of responsibilities with vigor and enthusiasm. Grant me the courage to be proficient in my daily performance. Keep me loyal and faithful to my superiors and the duties to my country and the Marine Corps have entrusted to me. Make me uniform with dignity, and let it remind me daily of the traditions which I must uphold. If I am inclined to doubt, steady my faith. If I am tempted, make me strong to resist. If I should miss the mark, give me courage to try again. Guide me with light of truth, and grant me wisdom by which I may understand the answer to my prayer. Amen. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, now taking his position in the reviewing area is today's retiring officer, Colonel Lonnie A.C. Cobb. He is accompanied by Master Sergeant Bell.
Going to be awarded, decorated, and retired for the service. Look.
Attention to orders. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Meritorious Service Medal to Master Sergeant Danny E. Jaimes, United States Marine Corps, for service as set forth in the following. For outstanding meritorious service as Force Reserve Chief, Comptroller, Marine Forces Reserve from July 2022 to July 2023. During this period, Master Sergeant Jaimes' superior leadership, exceptional financial management contributed to the successful accomplishment of Marine Forces Reserve's missions. He efficiently advised the budget, accounting, resource evaluation and analysis, and travel section. A tremendous effort to maintain and improve the command's overall financial management during multiple periods of financial uncertainty and a change in the Marine Corps' accounting system, thereby ensuring uninterrupted mission support. As a subject matter expert, he provided sound advice and recommendations to his leadership during the conversion into the Defense Agency's initiative system, resulting in improved financial processes throughout Marine Forces Reserve. Master Sergeant Jaimes served as the sole member of the Comptroller Tiger team conducting inspections, training to subordinate commands, providing his knowledge to increase proficiency related to the unique business requirements within his organization. Master Sergeant Jaimes' superior performance to duties culminated his 25 years of honorable and dedicated military service. Master Sergeant Jaimes' professionalism, initiative, and total dedication to duty reflected great credit on him and were in keeping with the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Thank you. Please be seated. United States Marine Corps. Master Sergeant Danny E. Jaimes was transferred this date from the U.S. Marine Corps to the Fleet Marine Corps Reserve after 21 years of honorable and faithful active service. 1 March 2024, Washington, D.C., Commandant of the Marine Corps. Certificate of Appreciation for service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Master Sergeant Danny E. Jaimes, USMCR, I extend my personal gratitude and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation to you for your patriotic service to our country. Your bravery and dedication in our armed forces helped protect your fellow Americans during a critical moment in our history and contributed to a world of greater security and growing prosperity. Your devotion to duty, honor, and country, in keeping the long traditions of the finest military in the world, embodied the American ideal of selfless service. Our nation owes you an incredible debt. Your commitment to the example you set will inspire future generations to serve with pride and to keep our country secure. You represent the best of our nation, and I join our fellow Americans in saluting your honorable service. I wish you happiness and success in your next chapter. Commander-in-Chief. Dear Master Sergeant Jaimes, the Marine Corps has been your occupation and family for many years past, and I am certain the memories, interests, and the future of the Corps will remain with you forever. Many desire to obtain your accomplished goals, but few can compare to you. You have clearly demonstrated the exceptional leadership qualities and professional contributions we seek of our senior Marines. We are proud, as you must be, of your successful career. As a teacher to young Marines, a source of wise counsel, and as an example of those soldierly virtues we so admire, you have made a mark on the Corps that will remain long after you have left our active ranks. There are many young Marines you have influenced who will carry on in the same fine tradition that has always characterized the United States of the Marine Corps. You have my best wishes for good health and continued success in years ahead. Semper Fidelis, David H. Berger, General, U.S. Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Dear Master Sergeant Jaimes, on the occasion of your retirement, I would like to extend my congratulations and heartfelt thanks for your many years of dedicated service and selfless devotion to our country and Corps. You have made tremendous contributions and sacrifices throughout your Marine Corps career. As you prepare to enter this new chapter of your life, you can look back with immense pride and satisfaction on all you have accomplished. You have set an example of professionalism and lead a standard of excellence for all Marines who will carry on the legacy of our Corps. My wife, Stacy, joins me in wishing you continued success in the future. Semper Fidelis, Troy E. Black, 9th Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. United States Marine Corps. This is to certify that the accompanying flag of the United States of America was flown at HMH 772, MAG 49, Joint Base MDL, New Jersey, 13 July 2023. Signed, Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy R. Williams, Executive Officer. Now being escorted to the reviewing area is Master Sergeant Jaimes' wife, Mrs. Celine Jaimes, and kids Danny, Julian, and Santi. United States Marine Corps Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Mrs. Celine Jaimes in grateful appreciation of your unselfish, faithful, and devoted support of your husband's military career. We fully realize that your perseverance and understanding were not provided without hardships and sacrifice during your husband's tours of duty. Your unfailing support and understanding helped make possible your husband's lasting contribution to the United States Marine Corps and this command. Given this 14th day of July, 2023, signed J.E. Burkett, Colonel, Headquarters Battalion Commanding Officer. United States Marine Corps Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Danny, Julian, and Santi Jaimes in grateful appreciation of your unselfish, faithful, and devoted support of your father's military career. We fully realize that your perseverance and understanding were not provided without hardships and sacrifice during your father's tours of duty. Your unfailing support and understanding helped make possible your father's lasting contribution to the United States Marine Corps and this command. Given this 14th day of July, 2023, signed J.E. Burkett, Colonel, Headquarters Battalion Commanding Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Lonnie A.C. Cobb.
Okay, so I'll tell you, I'm immediately out of my comfort zone because I don't normally use one of these. Yet, I'm going to try to be a member of the team and do what everybody else is doing, so I'm going to work through my own discomfort. So to Mumbo's, Tiki, to the MAG 49 team, thank you guys for letting us use the MAG 49 spaces today for this ceremony. For fellow Marines, sailors, if we have any out there, if we have any joint service brothers and sisters here today, I want to say thank you for being here to ensure that we bail Danny overboard appropriately. And finally, to the family and friends from near and far, and I'm told that some of you are from as far as San Francisco. Your presence here means the most. You guys have given up something, and today we're going to give something back to you, but I just want to acknowledge you and thank you for being here to make this ceremony special. So my intent is not to be here before you guys long. My intent is to keep my remarks nice and brief, because like you, I didn't come here to hear myself speak. I came here to see Danny pitched overboard, and then to bring him up to have him speak and tell us about his experiences. So we're going to get right there to it. That Jeff was right on time. All right, so retirement ceremonies, if you've seen any of these, they typically follow one of two different paths. Either they recount several funny stories from the service of the retiree, or, lacking anything funny about the retiree, they'll endeavor to capture the significance of the retiree's service. What I'd like to do today is recount some of the funny stories about Danny. Unfortunately, this is pretty different, because during our tenure here at MAG 49 together, Danny was the fiscal chief and the comptroller, and I was the commanding officer. And him being the fiscal chief and comptroller means that he holds all the money. And when money is tight, we keep the funny locked up in the gear locker. And money was always tight. And so we don't have a whole bunch of funny. I'll tell you, I will confess to you today that often I wonder to myself, who is truly even in command of MAG 49? Because I'd stand in front of the Marines and I would boldly declare, hey, we're going to do some extra drills, we're going to go TAD, we're going to buy some stuff. And then I'd look over at Danny and he'd be like, and so I'd add, we're going to buy some stuff next quarter. And I'd steal a glance and he'd be like, and so finally I add, next quarter of the next fiscal year, and he gives me I'm like, all right. And so I'll tell you, the difficulty for me was just trying to reconcile as commanding officer the fact that I can do whatever I want, as long as Danny says it's okay. And that was my challenge. So we didn't have any funny, really. He may have laughed. I didn't laugh too much. How then do we distill 22 years of faithful service into simple remarks here before you guys today? And I'll tell you, it turns out that that's also difficult. What do you choose? What that thing that seemed, minuscule, it turns out as you serve longer and longer that those little minuscule things even were significant. So if we capture all of those in this speech that I promised would be brief, ends up being a couple of hours, people are falling out, we have casualties, and it's just all together bad. We're not going to do that today. What I will say is that Danny, and I'll try to stand in front of your camera, Danny, I'm not used to that either. What I will say is that Danny has served in every element of the Marine Air Ground Task Force. He's been in the logistics combat element, he's been in the ground combat element, the air combat element, the command element, all of these different things. He served at every level, from the battalion level, up through the regimental level, the MEF, the MAR 4, Headquarters Marine Corps. We've deployed him into harm's way. And if you take all that into account and then you add to it the fact that his many awards and the fact that we promoted him to Master Sergeant of Marines, all these things are indicative of a career of habitual excellence. He didn't just trod his way through, but he tackled all the challenges that we tend to throw at him on a daily basis. He did so with aplomb. He picked those things up, didn't do the bare minimum, he did everything in excellence. And that's the thing that characterizes his service. So perhaps the best way to summarize and to bring together what his service has really meant without going through line by line is to say that Danny, he did what I would call the hard stuff. And I'll tell you that hard stuff, you put it in quotes because it's not written down in any book, it's not in service etiquette, it's hard to find it. When you Google it, what is the hard stuff? I probably the best way to articulate that is to talk about the progression through a career of service in the Marine Corps. We start off, whether we know it or not, we progress through certain stages. We start off with doing the fun stuff. Even if it's tough, we don't necessarily realize it when we're new recruits that what we're doing right now is fun. But later on, you learn that we start off doing the fun stuff. All we have to worry about is ourselves. Learn your job, be on time, wear the right uniform or not, cut your hair, go home, repeat. We're doing what we signed up for. Then we add to that some of the dangerous stuff. You know, you make NCO, and now you start to realize that the decisions I make, the actions I take, not only do they expose the Marines who are working for me, but they also expose me. And whether the danger that I speak about is figurative or physical, you know, we start to expose ourselves. Next, you add the titling stuff. I'm doing all these things, you know. You prove that you can carry a load, so what do? We reward you with more work, and we give you more and more, and you're doing the hustle and the bustle. You're taking care of Marines, you're looking toward all your annual requirements, everything that I need to do next, and you're just wearing yourself out. Then finally comes the hard stuff. And that comes with a couple of realizations, usually right around your third or your fourth enlistment, when you're getting close to that 10-year mark, halfway through a career. And first, you were emancipated from this big illusion that with every promotion, things get easier. You realize that the opposite is true. Every time I get promoted, pay goes up a little bit, work goes up a lot. Things get harder. And so you are forced to make this decision. You know, you make that third or that fourth enlistment, somewhere in there, you know, you are coming into it for the first time with your eyes wide open that what I am now signing up for is to do all the hard stuff. When I take this oath, I get discharged and have my 5 minutes to go ahead and say some stuff, get some stuff off my chest, and then I'm back in the Marine Corps again. Once I'm back in, I am signing up to be the one who does all the hard stuff. I walk in the buckshot when I have to speak truth to authority. I go through the hard stuff of recommending how do we hold Marines accountable. I'm the one who's called up on the weekends when we have to come up with a fiscal strategy for how do we get ourselves to the end of the fiscal year. I'm the one who is making decisions that potentially expose me, expose the Marines, expose the service to risk, to great risk. This is that hard stuff, and we realize going in right there at that 10 to 12 year mark, we realize that that's the step that we're taking. But I will tell you that the Marine Corps endures as the world's finest fighting force on the back of folks who make that decision to stick around and say, hey, I am willing to do the hard stuff. I am willing to, I don't know, take young Marines to the pool so that the water disguises their tears. You know, I'm willing to go out there, come in on weekends. I'm willing to expose myself to whatever it is I have to expose myself to go on that other set of orders, to miss that birthday. I'm willing to do the hard stuff, and I'll tell you that our Marine Corps appreciates you making that choice to do the hard stuff. So I will summarize so that I don't wax long and start telling stories about everybody else in here. I would say first, Celine, Danny, Julie, and Santi, thank you guys for offering up Danny to allow us to take what feels probably like the first bite, and then just give the remainder back to you. I appreciate you having done that for the last 22 years. To Danny, thank you for making the commitment to do the hard stuff. Thank you for, again, coming in and setting the example through your professionalism, through your counsel, through being the one who's not content to just say, Marines, this is what you should do, but to take them out there and show them this is what we should do. This is how it's done. I appreciate that. Thank you for doing the hard work and making it look easy. That example, I'll tell you, it leaves a legacy here at this headquarters. Certainly everybody you put your fingerprints on, everyone you've touched, that's what remains of you here as you go ahead and sell into maybe a brighter sunset or something like that. You know, so for all that, I just want to say thank you, and on behalf of our Corps, I'm very proud, and you know, the Corps that has benefited from your sweat, blood, and tears, I just want to say thank you. With that, I'll hand you over.
Thank you. Mag 49, Julie Sunset 2, thank you for allowing us to use this space for the retirement ceremony. Appreciate that. Don't worry, guys, I only got like 10 pages here. I won't be long. To the Marines that helped on the event, thank you for making this day special. Cutting Sykes, appreciate you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, Marines, and guests. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for allowing this day to come, being surrounded by all of you. As I look through the room, it feels surreal to me that everybody, most people that have been around the Marine Corps are here. And to me, that's special. I got people here from MCT, my first duty station, and it's great. Shout out to people that came from different states. We got Jesus, the Moore family, Romero, Williams, Perez, Rad, Rocco, Gomez, Heath. Appreciate you coming out. D, appreciate you guys for being here. To my family and friends, those that traveled abroad as well, thank you. Thank you all for being here and joining me on this incredible day. After 22 years of service in the United States Marine Corps, I stand before you today with a deep sense of pride, gratitude, and humility. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve our country and be part of the greatest fighting force in the world, and have walked the same footsteps of warriors before me. I am the man today because of the experiences and challenges of the last 22 years. I still remember when I made the decision to join the Marine Corps. I was a junior in high school. I was looking at college applications. And for some that don't know, I was a little smart. I had a 75% scholarship to go to college. Not the full 100, I'm not that smart. But I had some options, and I'm looking in my room and I see a bunch of applications and I see a pamphlet from the Marine Corps recruiter. And then I called my father, and he was at work, and I said, I think I know what I want to do. And he said, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to join the Marines. He said, hágale, puta. He didn't say that. He said, what's hágale? Means do it. I'm here for you. As I look back on my career, I'm grateful for the opportunities and challenges that Marine Corps has given me. I am proud of the sacrifices I have made and the missions I have accomplished, and the brothers and sisters I have served alongside me. I generally love doing what I did each and every day. And if you love what you're doing, you're not working. You can ask anyone from any unit, and they would be like, Jaimes, why are you so happy? As I walked around with coffee, Radcliffe will tell you, I was just happy. I felt the deep sense of pride and proudness to wear this uniform. I could walk around with my head high, chest out, and that's a feeling that I will never forget. One thing I won't forget is this last year. This last year, Marforest Consular has been the hardest year in my career. Big shout out to the Marforest Consular's office, Colonel Rodriguez, Benny Pace, and everybody. Love you guys, especially approving my out-of-bounds request to go home every month. For those that didn't know, I left my family, Celine and the kids in New Jersey while I was a GO bachelor in New Orleans. Celine, we just had a baby, and I had orders I had to go. I check in, hit the floor running, set up training, set up conferences. I was hitting TAD every month, all over the state, training personnel, DAI, some people might not know what that is, UTC, new policy, new systems. Don't worry about the abbreviations. My point is that on top of all that busy work, there was barely any time to decompress. Whoever told me that when you get to Mass Sergeant, you get to just chill, is a liar, all right? I could have done it. I could have just sat in the back and relaxed until retirement, but that's not my character. It's not me. I'm not one to do a mediocre job. I like to be the best at what I'm doing. The workload was a lot. It did keep me busy. It made time fly real quick. In order to find balance with my family and work, I had to incorporate flights to go home and be with Celine and the kids. I would fly 2 to 3 times a month. I had vouchers, miles. No one could keep up where I was. People were like, where are you? Where are you going? My father thought I was in Oklahoma or South Dakota. I was like, that's not even on the schedule. But if you followed me on social media, all you saw me was at some random airport with the words, I'm out. Traveling to every week. Some people called it the retirement tour. It was exhausting. And even when I was at home with Celine, I wasn't on vacation. She had that honey-do list. I had to cut the grass and do the things of the house. So I had to find some balance in between there. Dropping the kids off at soccer, I would see the soccer parents. Shout out to the Lacey soccer team. Appreciate y'all. And actually, everybody that helped Celine while I was gone. You know, my mother-in-law, Evie, Nicole. Appreciate you guys. It takes a village, and I appreciate you guys helping Celine when I was gone. And just to give her a break, that was really amazing. My point of all this is that it was my hardest tour. That the fact that I was away from my family. But hey, here we are. Look, Mom. Okay. To my fellow Marines, from 1MEF, Marsent, OLA at the Pentagon, Max 23, CLB 453, 4th AA Battalion, 25th Marines, Mag 49, and Mark Perez. I want to say thank you. Thank you for your unwavering dedication, your sacrifice, and your commitment to duty. It has been an honor to serve alongside you, and I will carry on the lessons that I have learned and values that I have learned from you. I will live with these for the rest of my life. I just hope that I made some type of impact as you did in mine. To my family and friends, I want to express the deepest gratitude. Your love, your support, and encouragement has been my anchor throughout my career. I could not have accomplished all that I have without you by my side. All the family gatherings throughout the years were a good getaway for me. Two more. To the officers that I serve with directly or with, thank you for your guidance, your mentorship, and for giving me the ability to fly. It's nice to have leaders that do not micromanage and allow staff NCOs to do their job. To staff NCOs, do your job. No, I'm just playing. Thank you for pushing me without even knowing. We all have that competitive mindset, which pushes us to be better. Continue to do your job so officers don't have to micromanage and get on your duties. To the NCOs and below, you are the future of our Corps. Please do not let me down. Set the example and mind the small things. In the end, the big things will fall in place. Always look out for each other, and most importantly for yourself, because no one cares more about your career than yourself. Use your leave, travel the world, stop renting, buy properties. Also, if you want to do something to better your career, do it. Don't procrastinate. I still have an ECP package endorsed by a 2-star general that I never submitted back in 2013. I kicked myself in the ass for never submitting it, but hey, everything happens for a reason. And don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself. Just because it's hard, don't let that stop you. Never go the easy route. And if you think about it, if you chose the easy route in the past, you may not be a Marine today. Also, stop making TikToks. It's not cool. Life is hard. It does come with its challenges. Find balance and time for yourself. Depression is a real thing. Just do me a favor and don't fight the battles alone. Reach out to anyone just to talk. To my mother, Marisol, my father, Luis, my sisters, Andrea and Vanessa, thank you for traveling to be here today. Thank you for being here today to be with me and your support throughout all these years since I was 17 in high school. I can tell you that we have the bond like no other. Each time I show my pictures of our family gatherings, people are like, damn, that's crazy. That's Radcliffe. That's why he's here. He's here for the arepas, for the next party. We made so many memories together, although we weren't in the same state. We did what we could to be together, and that's the important thing. There's nothing that will ever break our bond. I love you all. Thank you. Last but not least, my beautiful wife and my boys. Andres, Julian, Santi. The sacrifice that you endured these past several years will never be forgotten. You are the reason why I'm here today, and the reason for always trying to better myself. I try to set the example to you as a father, so you can look up to and one day be better than me. Don't talk about Bruno. I know this is the last show, it's not easy. So thank you for holding tight and being patient. I told you Papi would be done soon, and Daisy.
Yeah.
holding this household together since day in and day out through adversity, dealing with 2 boys and a newborn on your own. I know that was not easy for you. Thank you for all your sacrifice and always being there for me, no matter how easy or hard life can be. You've always supported my decisions. You are the rock that holds not only me, but our family together. I appreciate your unconditional love, care, and compassion, especially when I needed it most. I look forward to the next chapter in our lives. Can't wait to live our dream by traveling the world. Some trips with the kids, some without. I have to put the grandparents to work. Mom and Dad, get ready. I love you, baby, so much. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Celine. As I transition into the civilian life, I'm excited for the new opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. But although the uniform will change, I won't have to do a PFT or CFT or 20 different things in order to leave the country on leave. Because you know I like to take my leave. I will always be a Marine because that title wasn't given to me. It was earned through blood, sweat, and tears. I will continue to live by the values of honor, courage, and commitment, and the principles that were instilled in me since boot camp and guided me throughout my career. As President Reagan said, some people wonder all their lives if they made a difference. The Marines don't have that problem. I'm confident that me and my family will be okay, and I'm good with that. To close, I will definitely miss the camaraderie, the spirit of corps, 96s, comp days, PTing for 2 hours during lunch, and of course playing ball with the Marines. I'm gonna miss waking up each morning, put on the uniform, and walking with a sense of purpose and pride. But in the end, I do look forward to being at home with my family and wearing that red retired hat and changing my profile picture every November for Veterans Day or Marine Corps birthday. It's been an amazing, long, but quick 22 years full of memories that I will never forget. In my last days in being in uniform, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way than to be surrounded by the people that matter the most. Sincerely, thank you all for being here. If you know me well, you know that my number does not change. I don't disappear. Use it. There will be a reception at my residence. Those where the jokes will come out that Colonel Cobb was talking about. I will not disclose any jokes here. Make sure you bring your swimming attire because there will be a swim call. All right? Just from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. You all have made these years amazing. God bless you all. Semper Fidelis.
Flowers are now being presented to Master Sergeant Jaimes' wife Celine and mother Zeta. A flag being presented to his father Louis, and gifts are being presented to his sons. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of Anchors Away and remain standing for the Marine Hymn. ceremony at the request of Master Sergeant Jaimes. Please take your seats for the passing of Old Glory and the reading of the watch.
Detail. Howard! March!
I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically over institutions of learning. I stand guard with power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher. My colors a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped. I am saluted. I am loved. I am revered. I am respected. And I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. I was flown at Valley Forge, Gettysburg, Shiloh, and Appomattox. I was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, in the Argonne Forest, Antioch, Rome, and the beaches of Normandy, Guam, Okinawa, Korea, and Vietnam. I was there. I led my troops. I was dirty, battle-weary, and tired, but my soldiers cheered me, and I was proud. I have been burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries I have helped set free. It does not hurt, for I am invincible. I have been soiled upon, burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of my country. And when it's by those whom I've served in battle, it hurts. But I shall overcome. For I am strong. I have slipped the bounds of earth and stood watch over the uncharted frontiers of space from my vantage point on the moon. I have borne silent witness to all of America's finest hours, but my finest hours are yet to come. When I am torn into strips and used as bandages for my wounded comrades on the battlefield, when I am flown at half-mast to honor my soldiers, or when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter, I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wait, dear God in heaven, long may I wait.
For over 22 years, Master Jaimes stood the watch. While some of us lay about in our beds at night, this Marine stood the watch. While we were attending school, he stood the watch. And yes, even before many of us were born, this Marine stood the watch. As the lead watched the storm clouds of war looming on the horizons of history, he stood the watch. This Marine looked ashore and saw his family all being God, but he knew that he must stay because he had to watch. For 22 years, he stood the watch so that our fellow countrymen could sleep soundly in safety, knowing that this Marine would stand the watch. Today, we are here to say the watch stands relieved, relieved by those who have led, guided, and trained. That's what we stand relieved. We have walked.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the retirement ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the retire ceremony. We thank you for your attendance. The reception will follow at 1700, 5 p.m. Thank you for coming.
I know. Wait a second. Look at me. What's me? How are you?
How you doing? Nice to see you. How you doing?
No, I didn't have. Thank you. Like they're gonna. Yeah. Huh? I know. I know, we do too.
La alfombra roja. Want to get in line? Let me see. Let me turn this thing off.